Going to be a different story around Kentuckiana tomorrow night, but our Saturday is going to begin okay. In fact, U of L men's and women's games are right here in Louisville. Mallory, all they did was really move them up for about an hour.
Right.
Or so, and they're going to go ahead and have tip-off as scheduled.
Yeah, I think if you're heading to the men's game, you might have some light snowfall accumulations for your drive home. So just allow yourself a little bit of extra time because those roads may start to get slick. But we will have that snow arriving from the west throughout the day tomorrow. We might have some flurries as early as midday, but by the afternoon, we'll start to see some steadier, light, fluffy snow showers. Temperatures only topping out in the teens Saturday. By Sunday, we try to warm into the lower 20s. Not much of an improvement there. Snow continues, could be heavy at times, and we are expecting a mix to the south. And really that dividing line between all snow compared to snow with sleet and ice will make the difference in terms of how much total snowfall you do see. So the farther north that you do go throughout our viewing area, Louisville area up through southern Indiana and beyond, we are expecting primarily all snow. Just to the south, we could start to have some sleet mixing in, and then around the parkways and farther southward, that's where we are expecting more sleet and more ice, unfortunately, and that will cut into your snowfall totals. But in terms of how much snow we're expecting, sticking with over a foot in this deep blue color, so that's around the Ohio, around the 64 corridor areas off to the north. Just between Louisville and the parkways here, 8 to 12 inches where we might have a little bit more of that sleet. And then down to the south, you can see your snowfall totals continue to decrease, 4 to 8 just south of the parkways here. And then Adair County down into southern Kentucky, southeastern Kentucky, where unfortunately we're looking at more ice. You're looking at 4 inches or less of snowfall. So though we could see some sleet pellets as far north as Louisville, it does look like that chance of seeing more sleet and ice is primarily around E-Town and southward, where sleet, of course, those are the ice pellets just bounce around, but when we're talking about ice, we're talking about freezing rain. So that is rain that freezes on contact with the ground or trees and creates a glaze. And that's what's really dangerous and especially can cause power outages. So that's what we're most concerned about south of Mumfordville, Campbellsville, Columbia, and areas off into southeastern Kentucky. Right now, we are quiet, but we are feeling the chill. Take a look at these temperatures right now. We are in the teens and single digits. Those are actual air temperatures. Wind chills are pretty much below zero across many spots. And that's why we do have that cold weather advisory in place through noon tomorrow. But in terms of the radar, we do stay quiet at first, maybe some flurries early on, but we have very dry dew points right now. So I think it's going to take some time for that atmosphere to become saturated. When you see more of these blues on the maps rather than the whites, that's when we're expecting steadier snow showers. Tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. Might get some drier air to the north tomorrow night. And then we get that surge of moisture. And this is your sleet line right here, coming as far north as Bullitt County, but it struggles to move farther north than that, really. So around the parkway seems to be that sweet spot. All of this wraps up as snow once we head into Sunday evening. And then by 8 o'clock, this model has it out of here. So here's your 7-day forecast. Lots of red because we are expecting these impacts to continue into next week. That snow, it's not going anywhere by itself because these temperatures will be remaining very, very cold, dangerously cold at times, with highs in the teens and 20s, overnight lows in the single digits above and below zero.
Well, let's talk about the wind. Not a major factor when the snow comes in.
Yes.
Could have made a big difference in power outages. We'll still have to see. I know LG&E is on alert because they normally bring crews in from other states to help them.
Right.
Those crews in the south are going to be so busy with an ice storm.
Yeah, that's really where it's going to be more so needed. So for Kentucky, we are still looking at southern Kentucky, southeastern Kentucky, where we could have an ice storm. Unfortunately, for us, that's really Adair County, maybe as far north as the parkways where we could start to see some ice. But yeah, as you mentioned, wind, not really a factor. Winds between 10 to 15, maybe up to 20 miles per hour, but not nearly as high as we've seen with previous snowstorms around
Especially
here.
with Arctic air. We're catching a bit of a break on that wind.
A bit of a break,
all right. And we'll all be here with you this weekend, so we hope you can check in with us as well.